Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
Well, right now for this home ball club, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
And the Clippers starting five. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3. We've got D, Shorty out there at B-Train. Then there's Slim. Smitty, it's been a fun regular season, but I feel like everybody's chomping at the bit for the playoffs to finally begin.
You know, the regular season is fantastic, Kevin. It's just the energy, the level of play. In the playoffs, it's just more at stake, and I just look forward to seeing these teams start to battle. And then I also like you see the same team over and over in a best-of-7.
Now here's Leonard, and yes, it's good.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Here's Shorty, handed by Beverly, and he makes that one.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Harrell. Here's George. Clock at 6. Tipped away. A solo fast break. Here's Shorty. Flushes it down to finish the break.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Here's Leonard. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Leonard's got his second basket of the night. The pass to B-Train. Leonard looking around. That one good for 2. Leonard's got 6 points.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Here's Shorty, defended by Beverly. Here's D, nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. Passes it to Beverly. And it's Shorty with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Beverly, the pass to George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, the fader. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. 8 points for him. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now. And it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Here's Shorty. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. D, and that one drops for him. D's got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Leonard kicks to Harrell. Back to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
A two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. Maurice Harkless is checked in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. On the wing, Thompson. No good on the three. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Back to Thompson. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Beverly. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. Here's Green. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Work on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot. Now, Kevin, he still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Free throw drops for Green.
You've got to love the journey JaMychal Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Here's the beast. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Thompson with the bucket.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Now, here's Shamet. 11-point game his last outing. Pass to Beverly. Fires from the wing. Again, Los Angeles.
And Beverly has a smooth release. Doesn't need much separation to get his shot off.
Chan passes to Slaughter. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. And he gets the bucket.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Beverly, the pass to Green. Pass to Shamet. Now here's Harkless. Shamet trying to break loose. And they're pushing it up. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Beverly for three, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The home team up one. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number two. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother, her.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
Recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Big Smooth out there with the beast. Then it's Thompson, and it's Big Daddy, and it's Chan in at the two. And for the Clippers, Beverly and Shamit in the backcourt together. Jermichael Green is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Zubats in at the 5. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. East out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Big Smooth. Then it's Thompson. And it's Chan in at the 2 guard. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. Then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
That's good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Down low, got a piece of it. Thompson outside to the wing right side. B, the pass to Aguilar. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Williams. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. B-Train's checked in for Thompson. To the left wing. The pass to B-Train. Here's B. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from 3-point range. B's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Harrell down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He plays with such force. You see why Harrell has been called the heart and soul of this team.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Shorty, he's checked in for Big Daddy. The free throw, no good. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the team. Shot's good. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Clippers trail by 7. Outside Leonard. Tries it from the top of the key, and the jumper is good. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Here's B. That's in. He's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Williams scanning the floor. They swipe it, and they're on the break. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good interior defense, but Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. Here's B-Train. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Baller. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Bulls from the top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Shorty the pass to Baller. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter. Stolen. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Baller. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Baller's got 7.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break and then points at the other end.
And here they come. Here's Money. Finished off the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here is George. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota.
He was very active on defense too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Passes to B-Train. Pass to Money. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Beverley He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Clock at 2. Got a piece of it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's the home team up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Taking a look at this home squad. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping...
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the 5, down low. Just 5 to shoot, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Lou Williams. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. But we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Drops in the tray. And that's 15 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Here's Shorty. 5 points in the game. And the pass to D. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range. D's got his third bucket of the night.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Leonard finds Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside, George. Williams outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Not to be denied, you see the defender closing out. Williams pays him no mind.
Stolen by Beverly. Now here's Williams. Not a lot of room. Arrow high post. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 11.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Passes it to Aguilar. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. The 10-footer. That's good on the jump shot.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Green comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Thompson with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Clippers trail by 12. Pass to Leonard. And here is Shamet. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Basket good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Leonard. Thompson with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Williams passes to Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Baller, he's checked in for Slim. Harkless is checked in for Los Angeles. And the second free throw, good.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his third foul so far. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. Clippers trail by 17. Bounce pass from Beverly. The pass to Harkless. Beverly looking around. 5 on the clock, in the corner. Shamet with it. Poked away, over Thompson. Off the left rim and out. Gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Here's Baller. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. 1:06 left in the third. Green left side. Fades away. That one drops for him. Green's got 5 now.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Baller defended by Harkless. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently. They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside, George. Missed inside.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Six to shoot. From deep three-point range, up again. It's good on the putback.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
And so it's the home team with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got the beast. Waller is out there with D. Then it's Thompson, and it's Chan in at the 2-guard spot. Zubac kicks to George. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Shot's good.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
So for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Green. Lou Williams is subbed in for Harkless. George, no good on the free throw. Gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Fires the three. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Beverly dishes to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, George from downtown. No good that time. Pass to Shorter. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Count that one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Clippers trail by 20. Pass to Harrell. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Slim, he's checked in for Ball. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Leonard, he's checked in for Zubats. Here's Shorty, defended by Beverly. Floats one up, and the rejection by Harrell. And good that time.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Feeds to Leonard. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. And they're moving it up. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Here's Beverly, accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
One thing that helps Beverly in the mid-range area, he gets great lift on his jump shot.
You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 7 points for Lou Williams.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Here's Shorty. Pass to D. Drills the three-pointer. D's got 5 points in the quarter.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Mr. Moves.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. And there's the pass to Slaughter. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Robinson with it. Over in the corner, Harkless. Back to Robinson. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. The Clippers again turning it over.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
1:04 left to play here in the fourth. Thompson looking for an opening. Passes it to Slaughter. Out to Thompson. Sinks the triple.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run. which ultimately put the game away.
Pass to Patterson. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Magruder. It's good.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thompson against Robinson. Nice shot by Thompson.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.